Hi, I'm Laia, I'm a brand designer and strategist, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I created the visual identity for my design studio and personal brand completely from scratch. I'm going to break the process down in 4 steps that I always use when working with real clients and designing their visual identities. So if you want to take a peek at my design process, be sure to stay till the end of the video. So before taking on any project, I always get to know the brand and the story behind it, because if you want to create something great, it's crucial to fully understand the company. So to give you some context, I'm going to quickly tell you my story. I'm Laia, I'm a graphic designer and branding specialist with over 4 years of experience in the marketing industry. And I recently decided to become an entrepreneur and build my own design studio. I truly believe that successful branding goes way beyond creating a beautiful logo, and it's all about building a strategy that aligns with your business goals. And that is why every brand I create is rooted in research and strategic planning, ensuring that it stands out visually but also makes a lasting impact in the market. I work with companies from all around the world since I speak 4 languages fluently, and I don't really care about business size, even though I mostly work with entrepreneurs or SMEs. So once the client, in this case me, has given me some context, I move on to the strategy phase. In here, I do a lot of research and summarize all of my findings in a presentation. So I'm now starting my research, but naming is something I have pretty clear. I want it to be called Laia Branding for many reasons. First, I want to become a personal brand rather than a company or a studio, because I plan on getting some clients from social media, and I think that connecting to a real person there is gonna help. Second, since it's my name and my clients are gonna be saying it a lot, it's gonna be easier for them to remember and then recommend me later on. And third, branding is a very broad term and it includes both design and strategy. So since I want to offer design services but also strategy and marketing consulting, that kinda embodies all of that. So now that the naming is clear, I'm creating a presentation with my brand story, my mission, vision, values, competitor analysis, and everything strategy-wise that I'm not gonna show. Step 3 is actually linked to step 2 because the creative direction will depend on the strategy. So to do that, I'm gonna start by creating a mind map and linking concepts. So I actually have a couple of ideas. I'm gonna lean on the abstract and on the structure. With that, I have a couple of ideas, so I'm gonna create a mood board to guide me during the design process. And I usually create 2 options so that the client can choose which one they prefer, but since I already know how I wanna do this, I'm just creating the one. So this is the mood board. As you can see, I went with a very simple aesthetic with a combination of static and abstract elements, and then a very vibrant color palette. And with the mood board done, I'm gonna start the design process. I know my concept is going to be based on balance between strategy and creativity or design, as that's my value proposition. So I'm first going to look for a sans serif font that is very simple and that can convey the part of structure and organization, alluding to the strategy side of the business. So after a couple of trials, I found it, and now I'm going to delete the L, which I want to hand draw. I decided to make the L handwritten to convey a sense of creativity and art. So you can see the existence of creativity within this letter and then strategy within those. Okay, so I like how this is looking, and now I'm gonna develop the secondary logo and logo mark in black and white as well. And my biggest tip would be to never design in color and always do it in black and white so you can actually focus on the design. So these are the final designs, and as you can see, I kept them very simple. So now I'm gonna be choosing the color palette and developing the brand pattern and mockups to see the brand in action. So for the color palette, I went for something very vibrant and energetic, like the salmon color, which conveys energy and optimism, and then I paired that with blue, which conveys trust and wisdom. For the brand pattern, I'm creating abstract shapes to allude to the creative process, which is usually something very messy and abstract, but that in the end looks beautiful and purposeful. And to go with the pattern, I made business cards in which I completely forgot about my social media handle, so ignore my rookie mistake. So this is how the brand identity would look like with some mockups that I sourced from Envato Elements. You can see them in bags, the business cards, a lanyard, water bottle, and this is my website, by the way, so you can see how the whole branding is like cohesive. So if the studio was a real client of mine, I would always present the visual identity in a presentation with all of the explanation and design choices. This is really helpful if you want to avoid multiple rounds of revisions, because it makes the client actually imagine how the brand would look in real life, and it informs them of your design choices, making it clear from the moment they see the result. So this is what my brand looks like. So this was how I created my visual identity completely from scratch. I would greatly appreciate it if you could give me some feedback in the comments of the things you enjoyed the most or some areas of improvement. And if you want to see how I design brand identities from start to finish, be sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. See you soon!